Such heroic nonsense. Such heroic nonsense.
All right, we survived that.
Yeah, but will we survive this?
By George Chemo Sabis, your smashed up friends soon like brand new with 90-day warranty.
Such heroic nonsense. Me, Grimlock, need new strategy.
Brace for impact.
Cliff Jumper, commence countdown. I have summoned you here for a purpose.
Get on with the ceremony.
We now return to the Transformers.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you in the chat extra early this morning, Block Boy. Good to see you, mate. Right, we are rolling out straight away this morning with another daytime war lab. Good morning from a beautiful United Kingdom. I have the garden door open, so I've got all the bugs flying right at me, but it's lovely and cool. Right, we are in a tracked war prime nemesis against MERCS of Horde. Big salute to you guys, MERCS of Horde. This is not going to be an easy war. I've already wrecked some of the bases, posing some issues for some of us. Scores are kind of almost balanced at the moment, but we are going to see what we can see. Now, let's get this all loaded up and transitioned. I have put the sound effects on the game, so let me know in the chat if they are annoying at any point, and we'll see how that goes. I will just turn that volume on. Right, let's do it. Alliance War. So, first base, and I believe it's Soldier. So if Soldier, if you're out there in the kind of digital ether, hello to you, mate. Watch quite a lot of your stuff. Very honoured to run against you here. I'm going to try and path left to right with that sort of classic combo of my existing war team. So let me just make sure I wasn't cocking around with this last night. I think we are golden. We've got Grimlock, we've got Taz Kid, we've got Rook, we've got Ratchet, we've got Smokescreen, we've got Blue Street, we've got Air Raid, we've got Wheeljack. I did see in the kind of Discord lounge chat before, there's some debate going on around, is Smokescreen too expensive? Is it easier to use? Blue Streak. I think the combination is a bit of both, with some Air Raid dash brainstorm, depending on what the use is. If you're just killing build bots, then there's probably better ways of doing that with your Titan's ability. I use Ark's ability. Generally, for me, there's only one or two build bots really that are going to cause me too much problem. But let's get into it, shall we? Let's have a look at what we're doing. The combiner I'm using is Computron, but here we go.
Get on with the ceremony.
Right. I'm going to leave that white cream Zeke up because that's going to serve as well later. I'm going to drop Grimlock and Taz a little bit higher than normal because we've got a few things up there that I just want to make sure we nail. We've got quite a lot of spider mines and a rather naughty little missile silo just there. And then I'm going to get on with the business of snipering that vector core as the team eats all the stuff left to right. Now we are probably going to trip that biner, which is suboptimal, it has to be said. But let's see. Yeah. So I've got Galvatronus biner popping out. Our soldier's got some good stuff going on here. I'm just going to try and hit that Megatronus. I'm going to drop my Megatronus down here because we are losing. We are losing lots of people quick. That's very clever because it's drawing me up towards the MDS. I'm just going to hit that with my people here. Hopefully I've imposed enough damage to deal with this. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, this. It's going to be a tough one. Let's just hack mind wipe a little bit there. As I said before, we've always got to be kind of respectful of the adversary. And MERCS of Horde are a tough team. And they'll hold nothing back. So, and as you can see, this MDS just doesn't want to die. So I am just going to hit that again now with Blue Streak. I'm going to get some air raid action in here because we're now advancing on the MDS. I'm going to hit that with that white cream Zeke. Got a Demolisher just popped up. So this is quite hairy. The Megatronus MDS is still up. Everyone's going south. I think I've lost this one, fellas. Got Grimlock left. Has he got it in him? Is the question. Has Grimlock got it in him? And the answer is possibly, if I can kill that Micronus core which is next to him. But we've got Rampage behind him. And we've got a minute 30. I mean, it's gone very badly. It's gone very badly. Yeah, I think I've lost this one. I think I've dropped. Yeah, I've dropped. Oh, Christ. Right, I'm going to watch that back and see what I did wrong. I think I tripped the biner too early. And then didn't do enough with my own biner. So let's just take a look at what I did wrong there. Now the replays are never quite the same, but so I'm pathing left to right. We're hitting that up with Taz. Got a lot of spider mines there and that missile silo. You've got the biner in a really good place. The MDS just doesn't want to die. Should I have tripped the biner and the outposts earlier, given their proximity to the team? Yeah, I think so. I think maybe that would work. Bring them down and then hit them up with Computron. One of the things I love about this game is how quickly it humbles you. and that's been a humbling experience. So we've got Mind Wipe and Scourge. We've got Galvatronus, who did quite a lot of damage right from the off. The team haven't picked off all those resources there either, so we're running out of ability points. We've got a bit of hack ability. That must be a very tough mind wipe general. And I would imagine it's got, what's he got on it? Cosmic Rust Blaster on that. So that's going to inflict quite a lot of pain. And then we've got 3 outposts at the top with, of course, Demolisher. Soldier. Mate, there's a reason you are who you are. Both my medics dead. Everything going south. Got Demolisher in the middle. What a good base. What a good base. Okay. Right, I'm going to watch a couple of replays on that. Let's check out what Metal Maniac did. See if there's some emulation I can do. And I'm getting incoming from Discord. Some advice. Walked up, didn't kill the Leige. That Vector MDS is under SG, so it'll be a lot harder to kill. Use that. Yeah. I agree, SB. I agree, mate. Where is the Leige core? I think they've already killed it there. Yeah. I think that's what Metal just did, isn't it? I think he's just killed the Leige core. Let's just check that again. Yeah, Leige core right up front. So, okay. So I think we're going to pop the Binet and the outpost, and then kill off that Leige core early. Or earlier. And cleverly Metal is killing off those beam lasers as well, because they're going to hit us. And then what's he done? He's tripped that. Mind wipes popped. His troops are pathing up. Okay, let's give this one more run. So, if I cock this up, I will do something else to entertain you, because I'll go back to the Alliance and get a bit more advice on this one. Is there anybody else that I would have a look at beforehand? Let's have a look at what Crimson did. Yeah. Buying of the Vector MDS. Yeah. No, mate, all good. Grateful for the advice. I'm getting advice from the team at Discord live. So, Crimson uses a slightly different team to me, in that he's using Optimus to rally, I think. But again, yeah, killed that Vector core. Going for the Nexus. Tripping the Binet, yeah, I think killing the Leige and the Nexus core is probably a good idea. Right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Right, we're going to skip that. Yes. Let's try it again. Hey Vikran, how you doing, mate? Yeah, Demolisher works brilliantly on defense. I have my overload in the back of my base, and he has got Victory Leo 5-star combat on him, and just the sheer volume of health points that gives him is just unreal. Always very, very good on defense. Right, so strategy is we're going to drop Grimlock and Taz as normal. I'm going to drop the rest lower so we don't trip that Binet. We are then going to go in and kill that Leige core there. I'm going to kill that Nexus core up there, and then we're going to try and snipe soldiers MDS there before we trip Demolisher. Yeah, I'll check out Osiris as well, mate. That's good. Good gen. Thank you. Right, let's try and do this.
That's a darn fool doing.
Here we go. Woo! What a rush. This game. I may have dropped them too low, but let's see. Right, we're going to sniper that. Good night, Leige Core. Leige gone. Not quite in range for Nexus. I am just going to use Blue Streak to kill that lot off. Not quite in range of the Nexus core just yet. But that's okay because we're not close enough to trip the binder yet and they are still munching away. So I am going to hit that with my arc special ability. We've got no cores up there that are going to cause us too much drama. So I'm just going to hit that Nexus core there and now I can just sniper that. Almost in range of Blue Streak on that Megatronus MDS, which I'm going to kill now. Right, we've got Galvatronus pop. Right, that is the Megatronus MDS gone. Galvatronus is up and doing. And I'm now going to kill that Vector Core. Boom. We're doing a lot better this time. So that's Galvatronus down. Mind White's up, so we're just going to give him a wake-up call and stun him. Because we don't like Mind Wipe. And we know Scourge is going to pop out there. I'm just going to reset Mind Wipe. So a lot of people say, oh, Taz's second ability, the Omega Swipe, hasn't got any utility. If you use it towards the end of the first 10 seconds of when he pops, then it can be very, very useful just to reset him almost entirely. So it just keeps him off your back a wee bit longer. They are still munching away down the bottom. I am now going to popped him probably a bit too early. I haven't popped those other two outposts, but never mind. What 5 stars have you got, Vikran? Have you just started playing, or have you been playing for a while? Right, so we've just hacked Demolisher. We're just going to use Cryo on here because I popped the Combiner far too early because I panicked slightly. And I thought I'd popped those other two outposts. Almost certainly in those outposts we're going to have Run Amok, who will create a shield for the majority of this. So I'm just trying to inflict as much damage as humanly possible, or as cybertronically possible, on these guys before we close in. But we've got quite a lot of bots left. Just going to give them a wee bit more health. I'm going to pop that. Oh, so we've got Rampage and Run Amok, two classics of the genre. Pointless at the moment trying to hit them with Smokescreen because they've got that shield up for a few seconds. But the second that drops, they're mine. So Run Amok's shield now dwindling. Now we can start lacing into them. And this, having dropped the first time, thank you to the Alliance for coming to my rescue. SB1, who I think, are you Motorspawn on in reality? I can never map across. Thank you for rescuing me, buddy.
Believe it or not, this is the fun part.
Woo! Soldier, an honour, mate, to fight against you. You know, I really love your stream. I love the work you do. I know you've been a consistent and constant member of the community far longer than I have. So I'm almost glad that I dropped to show you the correct level of honour the first run. But hopefully that isn't indicative of how hard this is going to be. But I'm sensing it is. Hey, Coda King, how you doing? How you doing, mate? Right, on with the show. Front load. It's gears time. It's gears time.
I got better things to do tonight than die.
Oh, I'm going to eat this. Milantovic. Big salute to you, buddy. I am going to use one of my favourite characters on here. Vikran, you got Nose Cone, Cheetor, Blue Streak, Blades, Laser Optimus. That's not a bad spread, buddy. It's not a bad spread. I would invest a lot of... if you've got limited resources, if you're free to play, I would put the majority of my love and resource into Nose Cone and Blue Streak. So Nose Cone is a great tank and is going to be your pain absorber. If there are any Nose Cone players out there, I don't use him so much. I only got him recently. Then I would invest all your tankiness in that. I would put maybe J's on him if you've got that combat. Anything to help him absorb the radiation. And Blue Streak, as you've just seen, can become quite costly, but is so important to killing the MDS. So important. And if you... I think I've got... let me see what I've got on my Blue Streak. I believe I have... I've gone completely blank. Tyrannotron. My 4-star Tyrannotron is on Blue Streak because Tyrannotron is just a superb combat. Even the 4-star variant. I've got the 5-star variant on Smokescreen, which just makes him extraordinarily hard to kill. And, very good at killing everything else. So, we are going to hard battle against this base. I used to be terrified of front-loaded bases until Gears. Got nothing to do, nothing better to do, so I figured I'd hang around. Well, thanks, buddy. I hope I'm entertaining you a little bit. We're just going to take Gears, nobody else. I'm joking. But I do like running with a slightly different crowd when I am coming into front-loaded bases because it's kind of a different requirement. You need to get lots of DPS, lots of rounds down the range early on. Less about sniping, more about brute force, pain absorption, and high DPS, in my opinion. Feel free to come at me in the comments. But we will take medics, because you always want more medics on patrol. That's what I think. And we will take our wheeljack. And so who we've got? Gears, Blur, SG Jetfire, Chromia, Red Alert, and we will take let's take Brainstorm because he needs the XP, and we're going to take Primer because he's going to help us out with the DPS. Right. I don't use Inferno because I haven't got him at 5-star, so I've never really invested any resource in him. Should I? Hello, Ashbourne. How are you, buddy? Thanks for coming along, mate. 5-star Stylor on Blue Streak. Very good choice. That is the kind of classic combo. I tend to put Stylor on Gears. And I'll show you why now. So, one of the things that will kill Gears is the missile silos. So you're going to want to be mindful of those. They're quite cleverly placed because they're in range of Gears, as you can see there, almost, but not in range of his special ability. But that's not going to matter because by the time he's finished munching that stuff up, they're all going to be dead anyway. So we've got outposts, front loaded, we've got a couple at the side. I'm guessing that's going to be Run Amok and Demolisher, respectively. I would imagine at the front we're going to have Mindwipe, Scourge, and somebody else. Probably maybe Rampage, don't know. I should have probably looked, but I don't think it's going to matter. Time spent in reconnaissance, though, never wasted. so always do that recon. The reason a front-loaded base, for those of you who aren't aware, so if you're an entry-level player and you're just coming into the game, front-loaded bases put you under pressure straight away. So right from the bat, it's like, oh my god, there's just metal and laser death coming at me. What on earth do I do? Oh, all my bots are dead. Yeah. But one bot can save you. There are other strategies you can use, to be sure, like, you know, use your aerial bots like Brainstorm, Air Raid to bomb the strategic parts, so you've got some breathing space. Oh, rush Inferno in. Interesting. Does Inferno not just die immediately, or does he just prime the area for gears? Might give that a go on playtest on Such Your Out Nonsense, the show that I run on a Wednesday night. We might have a Gears Inferno. I'm also going to do some Dust Up and Vortex 4-star action, because Dust Up in playtest is looking really good. So if you play Decepticon, Dust Up is Vortex. My advice to you, because these are being worked up at the moment, is start thinking about whether or not you might like to start ranking up Dust Up and Vortex. You've only got them at 4-star at the moment. They're going to be coming out in 5-star. They are interesting and fun, actually, to use. They're probably not going to be War Team level, maybe, but they are cheap and quite damaging. Right, on with the show. Enough of this heroic nonsense.
Get on with the ceremony.
Boom. Gears out. Always get ready to have a medic charge out with him, because every now and then you get caught out. I'm running him with an Amalgamous core, which means for every second he's in alt mode, he's topping up his health. That's why I use Stylor, because that area now is blinded, so it's kind of out of action. We've used 2 Gears special abilities. He is a maxed out general, so he is quite hard. But you can see, even if I were to stop using Gears now, we've got a flare mine, so that isn't ideal. But if we just pop Wheeljack, so we're going to lose Gears. But that's okay, because we're pretty much done now. I use Chromia on this because Chromia will drop a beacon that everybody will just look at in a second. Just going to use some health points. I'm going to pop that Biner because we've got most of the outpost bots that I'm going to be troubled with. Let's just stun you all. Let's just kill that core there. Let's give you some hack action. And let's do a little bit of something about that. Okay, and we are back to it. Just going to tap in some health, get Primer Prime down, just to help Chromia out a bit. Going to drop that Creamzeek onto that MDS, and I'm going to charge Red Alert in, who's going to gift some health to everybody. I'm just going to tune up this Megatronus MDS with Arc. But hopefully it's going to be almost irrelevant by the time we get to it. I'm imagining if he hasn't already popped out, Demolisher is probably going to pop out of that thing. Oh no, it's Transmetal Megatron, of course, right. I'm going to give everyone a bit of a shield because Transmetal Megatron will try and melt them. But this, as you can see, is all over. Even with a bit of Gears warm-up, it can be a little bit hairy. It can be a little bit hairy because if you've got strategically placed flare mines that will mitigate Gears' ability use as he walks forward. As you can see, it's over. So, you know, big salute to you, Milinkovic. You did put me under pressure there because you very cleverly placed your flare mines. And Gears walked straight into them. If Gears walks into a flare mine and his special ability can't then be used for 10 seconds and you've got sufficient armaments, particularly missile silos, Gears is dead. And if you haven't squeezed off enough rounds down the range at that front-loaded base, your strategy is potentially in the shit. Because you've then got a bunch of bots who would ordinarily be quite weak and a bit random coming at what could be still a very strong base. Inferno can't live being used as a rush tank. Jace helps him, but you need a second tank, otherwise the team folds. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of research on that, buddy. I like the sound of it, and I love Inferno as a character. So I'm very much a G1 kind of kid. So yeah, right. So team were telling me this is a bit of a replay of base 1. This is Red Sun. Red Sun, big salute to you. I'm going to try and use a similar team to my opening team. You've got your MDS is away from your shield gen, apart from your Vector, which is right at the back. That's an interesting config. Normally, Vector is brought towards the front. Have we got any cores? Yeah, we've got a Cryo core up there, which I don't like because that's going to upset Computron. So I need to use the Ark's ability to kill that off quite early. But I'm going to sniper that. Got a slowdown photon there, so I'm going to sniper that, maybe. Cybertronian charge one just there. And we've got a front-loaded Leige again. So things to be mindful of here. If you're approaching from east to west, this is potentially problematic. The Leige core, although it's got quite a small radius, if you don't realise that you guys are pathing upwards and you haven't killed it, then that's going to kill them in combination with this Megatronus core. So, this, in priority order, I think, is where we're at. Let's just have a look at what Metal did on this. I would imagine he's done his classic Metal move of Grimlock and Tazzy. Oh, he's going from west to east on this, which means he's seen something on the other side that he didn't like the look of. You can see he's dropped them really high up because he needed to kill that there. Otherwise, team will path north quickly, and he doesn't want that to happen because he doesn't want to pop those outposts early on. But as you can see, Taz, who is a free-spirited little dickhead, will just do his own thing. And Grimlock is just being Grimlock. Because he gave his brain to Computron. You know, he can't be expected to do too much. Now, that middle one is probably going to pop. As you can see, the slowdown photon is doing its business. So we've got Mind Wipe in there. He's rushed Grimlock in to try and mitigate that Mind Wipe, but it's going to hit his blokes. Okay, I think... yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I might try and pop them with Jay's... not Jay's, Rook early on. He's had to deploy his Omega Supreme, which I don't use at the moment because it's not strong enough. Early. I wonder if he really wanted to do that. My guess is not. But then maybe he was just like, yeah, bugger it. Oh, really? One more loss away from being kicked from your B team to your D team. 5-star Enerox on your 5-star Laser Optimus. Not a bad shout. That's going to give him lots of more health points. And Enerax is pretty good when it dies. Or when the main character dies, Enerax kind of inherits the weapon form effects of the main character. And that is quite useful. And it tends to live quite a while. I've actually pulled off wins in like events with just Enerax, which always amuses me. How the bird axe is just like, please don't let me die, and then it wins. And I'm like, Enerax for the win. Small pterodactyl, awesome. Okay, right. I don't know. This is a nasty base, Red Sun. It's a nasty base. You've got some clever positioning of OPs there. Yeah. Of course, you've got Demolisher at the back. And with that Vector Core, this is a vampire of a base. It's a vampire of a base. Ah.
The point is, you are a fool.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the fool, not Red Sun. Right. Gah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's clear off all those lunatics. We don't want them. Grimlock. Tazzy. Cod King. What are you running on Tazzy, mate? What's your loadout for him, buddy? That's mine. G1 core. 5-star forge. He's at general. Some people run Petraxodon on him. I'm not a fan of Petraxodon. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Some people run Petraxodon Alchemist core on him. I like the play again anti-hack Enerax and Alchemist. Interesting. So you're going for massive health increase. That could be why, buddy. Because he's hackable. And whilst Enerax is good, I'm not sure it's the best on Taz. If you've got it, try this loadout. Or try Forge with Alchemist. Would be my suggestion. I see quite a lot of people using Forge on Tazzy, and it doesn't seem to let me down too often. Right, Rook. Rook has got my Quintus core and Shieldron, because I get the extra little drone that pops out of Shieldron from somewhere. Blue Streak. Smoke Screen. People keep talking about football in the Discord chat. Is there some sort of sporting event going on at the moment? I'm not sure. Never really been a sports ball person. I'm joking, of course. I used to play football for the army. And who have I missed? I've been gobbing off. Who have I missed? Grimlock, Taz, Ratchet, Blue Streak, Smokescreen, Air Raid, Wheeljack, and who have I missed from my war team? Sorry, I'm having a senior moment. It's none of those guys. Rook. I went Transformer blind for a second. Then my brain was just like.
Laser beak returns, Megatron.
And he had nothing. He was like, I don't know anything. I'm sorry. Yes, World Cup. Yeah, I know. I'm taking the piss. It's because I don't really like football or footballers. And how funny is it that FIFA gave the Americans, hello America, a kind of backhander, letting some player play, and then they lost. How funny. Right, enough of that. Enough of the football business. Red Sun.
I would have waited an eternity for this.
Aching. I was in the gym yesterday. I decided to have a day off today. But okay, here we go.
Oh, how it pains me to do this.
Now I'm not going to path west to east. I'm going to path east to west. Let's rock. Let's do it. Ah! Let's do this. All right, let's drop these boys and girls. Is Taz Kid a boy or a girl or a them? Who knows? I like that we have the Tasmanian Devil as a transformer. It amuses me. Right, that's a Leige core gone. Let's kill that one before that ruins our day. And as soon as I get a bit closer, I'm just going to start smashing that Megatronus MDS because I just don't like it. Come on, Blue Streak. Bit closer, buddy. Little bit closer. Right, let's just kill that Cryo core, which is hiding behind there. Right, blue streak is off. Let's drop Megatronus. Let's just kill that. How's everybody's health? It's not looking too bad, but one never knows. Let's just do a little bit of damage up there. We've got all of the outposts kind of popped. I'm just going to send a rook drone a wee bit further up there as we start to sniper things. Lost a medic. Can't say I'm liking that so much. Let's just drop that, and then I'm gonna... Am I gonna charge Grimlock up there? I don't know. What to do? Let's drop this here and then hit it with blue streak. And then hit it with the arc and a bit of that. And then I am going to drop Computron because all of their health is getting a bit low and I don't like the look of it.
Guns aren't exactly friendly.
That mind wipe is tough. He doesn't want to die. Tell you what, these Mercs of Horde, big salute to you guys. You don't mess around. You do not mess around. Are you an Aussie block boy? I served with the Australians. Good bunch. Alright, Computron's done a good job. He deserves his rest. Boom! Dead. Right. Oh, I should have charged Grimlock in there. But never mind. Grimlock may for the first time ever die. Of course Demolisher is out. We've got a minute and a half left. Come on, Grimlock. Oh, Ratchet's gone. Right. That's that Vector MDS. But it's dead. And I think we are holding on by a gnat's chuff. But I think we've got it. With a minute to go. Yes! Come on, Grimlock. I love Grimlock. Yeah. Grimlock, you absolute king. You absolute king.
Get your noodle out of my face. Me, Grimlock, love comes war stories.
Oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Right. Okay. We're on to the Defender. ShadowCon 7-7. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We've got some nice intricate walling. I do like some strategic walling. Isn't that good to see? Right. So what do we got? We've got some... I love it when people use lots of cores down the front. Everyone do that more. Make it easier for me. Right. I don't care about Fire Core. I love Rust Dust. So me and my daughter play this game. She's 10. She loves all the strong women Transformers. She's one of only 2 people in the world that's ever knocked me out. And she did it when she was 6. We've often sort of built up all the girl Transformers so that she can play like girl teams. And the first Transformer we built up was Rust Dust. And Rust Dust is just like an atom bomb, isn't she? Massively, massively strong. But, of course, everybody knows this. So it puts Fire Cores everywhere, like Fire Core, Fire Core, Fire Core, Cryo Core. So I need to kill the Cryo Core, because I'm going to try and whack that with Computron. We've got 2 MDS left there. We've got a Biner in the middle. The front bit is going to be interesting, because we've got a Primer Core there that's going to hurt people, and we've got a Leige Core there that's going to zap people. Let's have a look at what the team did. Bit of time spent in reconnaissance. Just going to check the stream. Nice. Everything seems to be going all right. Everything seems to be all right. Who knows? Just bringing the chat back up. Right, so he's rushed Grimlock in to pop Mind Wipe. And Mind Wipe will just waste his special ability there on Grimlock, while Grimlock just passively eats stuff. He's brought Jays in and the rest of the team now to kill off and zap all of that stuff. Yeah, just needs to eat that. That's a really clever strategy. They're then going to path left to right a little bit. They're going to trip that Biner. And that's going to be Galvatronus. He seems to be the weapon of choice at the moment. It was just lots of Lyokaiser, but now it's Galvatronus. And this is why this intricate walling is so clever. Because it's just split off Taz Kid and Grimlock. Who are now just kind of doing their own thing. Tazzy and Grimlock are both dead. Oh, jeez. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, how it pains me to do this.
Yeah. Okay. This is going to be hard. This is why ShadowCon 77 is the defender.
Grimlock need new strategy.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to take a run at this. Might take a slightly different team. Let's just have one more look. So we've got Cryo up at the top. That's troubling. We could use Rust Dust, but I'm not going to. We've got Mind Wipe there. So we're going to rush Grimlock into that. And I'm going to drop Taz down there and try and zap all of that. And then rush Grimlock in early. And then I'm going to try and drop everybody else down low. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Right, let's keep everybody as is. But I don't like the way they're set out. I've got a bit of OCD and a lot of ADHD. So let's just fix that. Rook. Boom. We're going to take Megatronus. We've got a Computron up and running. What's Orthia? I have no idea what that is. Okay. Here we go.
I got better things to do tonight than die.
Ultra-Magnus, a cursory evaluation of Decepticon capability indicates a distinct tactical deficiency.
Right, we are going to rush Grimlock in over here. Zap all of that stuff. He's popped the Biner, not Mind Wipe. This is going well. I'm going to drop everybody. And we are going to start snipering stuff. Mind Wipe is going to do some interesting things to us now. And I'm just going to use one of Smokescreen's abilities to manage that. I'm going to zap Mind Wipe with Taz so that he doesn't do anything too naughty. The Biner is down, which is good. We just need to start killing MDS now. And that Cryo core. Never forget the Cryo cores if you're using Computron, which I do a lot. But at the moment, I am cautiously optimistic. blokes are now going a bit rogue. I'm going to throw a drone into there in the hope that have we got an electric core anywhere around us? No. Right, Computron time. Let's do this. For some reason, that cryo core... Ah, thank God for that. I was just going to say the cryo core has not died. But now it has. Because that would have been messy. I would have had to time out the arc in the hope that I could then use the Cryostorm ability to do what I needed to do. But that's not happened. So we're golden. Maybe. We'll see. This guy's the defender for a reason. Right. We've got Tazzy up still. We've got Air Raid still cocking about down the bottom because he's a dick. I am just going to... I'm not going to do that. Blue Streak is, going to make his way up when he decides he wants to. Almost in range. And I want to use his ability on that MDS. Which is now gone. We've got 1 minute and 30. We've got a medic left. I'm going to use the medic's special ability just to give them a bit of an advantage. And it is only a bit of an advantage. We've got 1 outpost left. I'm going to use the Ark's ability just to kill off that that missile silo. But I'm liking where our energy's going. Having Wheeljack as a general with the kunai. Somebody gave me that tip on a live stream. And I wish I could remember who it was. Because what a great tip. That's going to be Demolisher. Kel Surprise. And he's got a Peacemaker on him. What a dick. But you've hit Tazzy, mate. And he's got the Forge of Solus Prime on him. So I don't care. You put your little green shield up. Red ShadowCon 77. Yes! What a rush! Yeah!
Such heroic nonsense.
Oh. Mate.
We all must die sometime.
ShadowCon 77. You have given me a massive adrenaline boost there, buddy. Wow. What a game. What a game that was. Whew. The pathing completely destroyed by your base. The intricacy of your walling system, the positioning of those little bits that are just going to tantalize my troops up towards it, the way you split my call sign straight away from the off, Grimlock and Taz going north. Mate, bravo. Bravo. There is a reason you are your team's defender. I'm almost sorry that I beat you there because you deserve to win. On the mechanic, your understanding of the mechanics of base defense. Yes. Very good, sir. Or ma'am. Right. Shall we go for it? Shall we do it? Are we gonna give it a go?
Every time I look into a monitor, Prime, my circuit sizzle.
Always got to be careful of the old rage coining or adrenaline coining, which is where I'm at the moment because I just want to go through this now. So we've got 3 outposts. We've got the classic Quintus there. Always make sure around your Quintus core you've got shitloads of things to explode, because if they explode before your Quintus core does, guess what? Your adversary is going to get a face full of Sharkticons, which is going to be good for them bleeding out a little bit and just make them work a bit harder at the start. That is why that configuration happens. What have we got up here? We've got front-loaded Vector MDS, got a slightly more rear-loaded and protected Megatronus MDS, very clever. We've got a cryo core tucked away at the back just there, just to piss me off. And lots of fire cores and an acid core. Really fond of the whole skids rust dust combo, but I never really use it because my skids isn't at a high enough level yet. Right, Henrique, MERCS of Horde. Sir, let's just take a look at what Monstro did. Monstructor, big salute to you. Thanks for all the advice you give us in the team. You're obviously a Decepticon player, which means that, you know, you're a soulless husk.
Unicron! Why did you torture me?
Who would play Decepticons? You evil humans. Who would play them? I'm only joking, Decepticon players. I'm only joking. We're all allies now against a common foe. So, I've no idea who these characters are in relation to mine. So I'm going to stop watching that. What I am going to do is, my brain can't process them as quickly and as easily, and I'm being lazy. So I'm just going to have a look at what Metal's done. The classic 1-2 step of Grimlock Taz, zap. Everybody else, he's gone west to east for variation. Everybody else down, and then he's zapping. Yeah, I like the con characters. They're very colourful, aren't they? Lots of bugs and creatures. Killing that vector. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's do it live. Let's just do it live. Hard battle confirm. And we are off. We are off to the races. Let's skip that. We've got Computron for another 6 minutes. Let's have at it. Right. Boom. Here we go.
Not today, Galvatron.
We are dropping Grimlock Taz. We're zappy. Boom. Dropping everybody else. And we are going to start hitting when it lets me. We're going to start... crap. Come on, Flare Mines. Give us a chance. We're going to start hitting that Vector Core. Because these guys are now just going to munch and eat all of these lovely resources. First OP bot we drop. I'm going to drop Megatronus. Oh, you're going north, you dickheads. Because why wouldn't you? Okay, so we've got a bit of a split call sign situation going on. But that's okay. Blue Streak making his way up. Let's just go into bullet time and look at what's happening. So down here we've got Rook, who is perpetually drawn to the bottom when there's resources left. And Taz, I'm just going to hit that to free Rook up. Air Raid is almost in range of the danger, and we're almost ready to start tripping the Biner. But right now what I'm doing, after I kill this Cryo core, because I almost forgot. Come on, Arc. Alright, kill that Cryo core. I'm just going to try and kill that Megatronus MDS. Not quite in range for the bots that I want to use yet. We've got an electric core at the back, so I can't really use Taz. Team is sort of spread at the moment, but they will come back together now, and they're going to trip that, which is going to be Mind Wipe in a second. But that doesn't matter now. Oh, shit. Air Raid. Why? Alright, we're going to tune that up. And we are going to drop Computron because we've got a few things happening. And I reckon that if I use my Computron now to just deal with Galvatronus and Mind Wipe, and some of this gubbins, then that is a better use of Computron. And hopefully he's got the legs to hack, but he might not do because he does die very quickly. The arc should finish off that shield gen, and he has. And I'm just going to finish off that Micronus core, and we're not looking bad. My Moonblade bot in my Discord has just posted my Spotify playlist, which is my own sort of Transformers 86 inspired Spotify playlist. If anybody wants some rockin' tunes to listen to while they're at work or while they're playing or whatever, there's a lot of Ghost on there. If anybody likes Ghost, right? This is almost over. As soon as Demolisher's shield has stopped working, I think we would, just for funsies, I'm going to drop that Creamzeek on there and just sniper it using Smokescreen. But we are looking pretty good. Dropped one on the first base, so this should be a 295, I think. Although I never understand the point system. My arc has been done by his Nemesis. Yes! Yes!
Not today, Galvatron.
Boom! 295. What a rush!
I got better things to do tonight.
Yes.
Than die.
Yeah. Wow. MERCS of Horde. I am just going to post this. So 295. MERCS down. MERCS of Horde. What a great team. Genuinely, what a great team. A lot of effort gone into those bases. Incredible variation. Some brilliant structural dynamics with the walling. Elegant use of resources to split the call sign. Very rarely do I see my call signs, my team split in the way that you guys have been able to split them. What a great war. Very proud of that score. Soldier, big salute to you, mate. I dropped against you at the start because I was just complacent and a bit stupid. I'm very grateful to my alliance for grabbing hold on Discord while I was live, so I don't look like a dick in front of everyone. But yeah, 295, very happy with that in a tracked war. What I would say to the chat, Vikran, if you are still around, mate, come along and join the Ultra Pitters Discord. There is a whole stack of stuff that I'm putting together for free-to-play players, entry-level players, and you can always come and chat with me and the other members of the community about, help and advice. If you need help with putting war teams together, suggestions of which 4-stars you might want to build up if you're building up your 5-star cohort, just to kind of backfill so that you're not kind of throwing shit at a wall and hoping it sticks. There are certain bots, like when I first started playing, I love Transformers, yeah. I'm an 80s G1 kid, so I straight away went to all my favourites. I was like Ultra Magnus, Rodimus Prime, Hot Rod, I was going Cup. I was just going for all these different characters from my childhood. And I was like, I just want to play with those, like Jetfire, like awesome. Get to play him. And while nostalgia is great, and you can catch that on my Such Your Own Nonsense show on Wednesday, where I play the 86 Dead Bot Squad, which are all made of the bots who died, Autobots who died in 1986 in Transformers the movie, and are surprisingly good. Working together, I've not lost yet all the way up to Prime Zone with them, and they are all relatively low level. There are meta bots, and you can play to the meta, or you can do your own thing, mate. It's up to you. one of the joys of this game is that you find out what works and what doesn't. However, there are certain bots out there that just synergize together, and you've seen me showcasing some of that today, and a bit of a wacky kind of front loaded base effort with Blur, Chromia, Beast Wars Ironhide, Red Alert, and a bunch of others who are just super high DPS, because I was counting on Gears doing the work. If you haven't got Gears, that's cool, but start working up his 4-star. 4-star Gears, at a maximum that you could get to him with free-to-play resources relatively quickly, you could be a front-loaded base killer, early on, and that's going to calm you down, mate, every time you go into a front-loaded base. Would be my advice. Well, this has been an absolute joy. This has been such heroic nonsense production of the Ultra Pittous War Lab, where PR1ME Nemesis is fighting against MERCS of Horde in a tracked war. Very grateful to SB and the other members of the PR1ME Nemesis Discord crew who helped shepherd me a little bit and give me the benefit of their experience. Big salute to you guys, all of yous. But yeah, catch such heroic nonsense on Wednesday. We're going to be doing a Dust Up and Vortex 4-star expo on playtest. We're going to do Deadbot Squad and a load of other nonsense as well. And you can send in your live requests. I'll put them on playtest and I can show you literally anything you want and max out anything you want in the game apart from the content that has not been released yet. So if you've always wanted to see what a 5-star general maxed out level 70 Rodimus Prime will do with a team of other maxed out 5-stars, come and have a watch because it's quite good fun. Anyway, until Wednesday at 6 o'clock, I've been Ultra Pittous. Go away and leave me alone, would you? Thanks, everyone.